Hi guys, and welcome to All About the Philippines. Now today we're going to have a look at preparing for the Philippines culture shock. So this is really for first time travelers who have never been to the Philippines, and this is going to prepare you for what is set to be quite a big culture shock. Now I want to say at the outset that the Philippines is an amazing place. The people there are wonderful people and they're very friendly people, and you'll be sure to have a great time when you go to the Philippines. But it is a different world in the Philippines to what you're used to being in. And I've seen many people come back from the Philippines after their first trip, and they're quite affected by what they've seen and experienced in the Philippines. And look, I was one of those people on my first trip to the Philippines. It really had a profound effect on me, which hangs with me to this day. So stay with me and I'll explain further. Now, this picture we've got up here, guys, this is a neighbourhood that you could find just about anywhere in the world, or most Western countries at least in the world, and probably through many European countries as well. Very similar types of neighbourhoods where you've got good and strong housing. Now, this is what you're used to seeing every day. You know, you get up in the morning, you see your neighbourhood, you might even walk around your neighbourhood, and this is what you're used to. And because you're used to seeing this day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out, this is what becomes the normal to you in your own world. And then you might have some vacation time coming up and you think to yourself, I might head on over to the Philippines. What I've seen there looks amazing. They've got great beaches, white sand. They've got volcanoes you can go looking at. You've got rainforests. There's so much beauty in the Philippines, and that is all very, very true. And that's the picture you form in your mind of the Philippines. But the reality can be something else, and that's what can actually cause that culture shock once you hit the Philippines. In your mind, you have a certain view of what the Philippines will be. And when you get there and you see some of the things that are a reality in the Philippines, it can be quite a hard thing for your mind to deal with and for your emotions to deal with as well. So you jump on that plane for the 8 hour trip from Australia, or 16, 17 hours from America, or however long it is from Europe, and you hit the Philippines. And once you're there, your expectations of the Philippines will certainly be met by beautiful beaches and white sands such as this. And you might be thinking to yourself, this is what I've come in here for. This is the relaxation. This is the beauty. This is everything that I've seen on the internet about the Philippines. And this is the place to be. But then you might start to wander away from the touristy areas and the beaches, and you might hit something more like this. And here we have this person who's set up their house. And yes, this is their house. They sleep there under that cardboard box. You can see all their things there and their garbage that they've left over to the side, and they've got their dog. And this is that person's home. And this is in Makati in the Philippines. It's a picture I took last year when I was in the Philippines, and it really shows the difference between what you're used to when you in your suburban home in the USA, Australia, England, wherever you come from, and the harsh reality in the Philippines. And when you're in the Philippines, you meet so many wonderful Filipinos, and you start to really feel for these people and how they're living. Now, they don't need your pity. That's not what this is about. They get on with life so well with a smile on their face. They're very grateful for the little things they've got, and they don't whinge and complain about things. But now you're seeing a whole new world that you've never really experienced before, and you start to really think to yourself, thank goodness I have what I have. And all of a sudden, a lot of the things you thought were a problem in your country now become very minimalistic. So they don't seem such a huge problem after all, because you're starting to imagine yourself if you were in this position, how would you manage? And the fact is, many people in the West would not manage in this situation very well at all. This here was a part of a video that I did last year in Cebu at Taboan markets, and it really shows a poor part of the Philippines. And when you see something like this, a couple of kids sleeping on these benches, it can really affect you. This is where these kids sleep. And then just walking up the main street, this little kid comes up and is asking for money. Now, yes, I know she might have been sent out by her parents and all this sort of thing, but it's really, really difficult to say no to these kids. Now, this one here, we gave a small coin. I think it was 20 or 30 pesos or something. And then we had other kids come running up here asking for more, saying, I want some now. And you just can't do it. And it breaks your heart to say no. But if you keep giving to these kids, then you're going to have more and more coming after you. But apart from the kids, which will absolutely break your heart, as we said, you're going to probably come across things like this or places like this in the Philippines, where this is where people live, and this is the conditions that they live in. And walking through an area like this, it can really have an effect on you as a Western person going to the Philippines. And this was another picture we took just as we were driving along in a taxi. And this is on a major road around Manila. And they're doing quite a bit of road work there. And right in the middle of it, you've got two people sleeping on a makeshift sort of bed. I think it was an old mattress of some sort. And this is how they live. They're sleeping there with thousands of cars going past every day, and the exhaust fumes and everything, and it's just mind-blowing. It really is. I remember seeing that and thinking to myself, oh my God. And still today, more than a year after I took this picture, I still look at it and I think to myself, oh my God, imagine if that's our world, how you'd manage. And when you're in the Philippines, you really don't have to go far to see any of these pictures I've showed you. It's very common throughout the Philippines, and this is what really is a culture shock and can really make people from other countries, when they're there, want to try and help everybody, I guess. They feel so much for these people that they want to be able to give all their money to them, or they want to make a change in some way. But the reality is that you really can't make that much of a difference. You might be able to make a small difference in someone's life there, but there's too many people there to be helping everybody. And in a way, you as one person feels quite powerless while you're in the Philippines. And then your vacation will come to an end, and you'll have all these memories of the Philippines, the good, the not so good, and you'll have these emotions from the Philippines. You return home to your very comfortable lifestyle and your very predictable neighborhood in your country, and you will have that culture shock that will stay with you from the Philippines for a very long time, maybe even forever. So for those guys that are planning on going to the Philippines for their first time, I hope this has given you a little bit of an idea about what you will see in the Philippines. It's not all just the beauty of the Philippines and the wonderful people. It's the way they live in the Philippines. For many of these people, that's their reality. And it's quite a harsh reality for someone like yourself when you come from such a neighborhood as this one here in the picture. So it can easily lead you to be wanting to help everybody, which is just not possible. And know that these people, while it seems to us that they're living in very poor conditions, which they are, they manage it reasonably well. They manage it the best way they can, and they have a smile on their face, and they get about doing things every day without complaining. That's their life. That's what they're used to. And we as visitors to the Philippines really can't make much of a difference, apart from if you want to donate to registered charities, you can always try and help out the local people that way. Because the people of the Philippines really are some of the most wonderful and friendly people you'll meet anywhere in the world. And when you're there, they will go out of their way to make sure that you are looked after, that you are respected. They do like the fact that you are visiting their country and you are helping their economy to grow, and you need to give that respect back to them as well. So guys, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your comments below. I'd like to hear about your experience when you first went to the Philippines around the cultural shock side of things, and how it affected you. As well, don't forget to share the video with all your networks. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get more videos. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I appreciate all your support. Take care and bye for now.